Hi, I'm Craig. Welcome to the Treehouse Show. The Treehouse Show is our weekly conversation with the Treehouse community. This episode, we'll be chatting with the early adopter, Treehouse Android teacher, and disc golfer, Ben Deitch.
Thanks for being on the show, Ben.
Yeah, glad to be here.
I've got a question for you.
Shoot.
How did you get started in technology?
Oh, and I'm a little embarrassed to answer this because the answer is Flash.
Flash?
And Flash is not a popular thing.
Sure.
But in my junior year of college, one of my professors wanted us to make websites.
Okay.
Because he thought that everybody was going to need a website.
He was right.
Yeah, he sure was.
Yeah.
So I had to choose between Dreamweaver and FrontPage.
Okay.
And I chose Dreamweaver.
Okay.
And then in Dreamweaver, they had this little Flash thing, and they're like, you can do all these animations. And so I made some silly animation that I put at the top of the screen, and that was awesome.
What did it do?
I don't remember.
Okay.
But it got me hooked on this just kind of interactivity. So like I could hit a button. So first it just was an animation.
Right.
And then I figured out that you could hit buttons and make it do things.
Cool.
And I was hooked.
Right.
And I started doing all this Flash stuff. And eventually I made a kind of a Minecraft clone.
Oh, really?
And Flash.
Oh, wow.
And then eventually I hit an opcode limit for the GPU for writing shaders.
Okay.
And Flash.
Okay.
Right, which is, Flash, you're like, what are you doing in Flash with GPU stuff? But so that got me to look into Java.
Okay.
And then I implemented the Minecraft clone the same way in Java, and then C#, and then I wanted to do it on Android, and then that's how I got to Android.
Okay.
And it eventually became a live wallpaper instead. And so I got into Android doing GPU stuff, which is like not even Android stuff. So yeah. Kind of a weird path.
Yeah. I don't think that's embarrassing at all, though. I think that's super, super cool.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Flash.
Flash, right. Okay. It takes a knock in there. So what do you teach here at Treehouse?
Mostly Android with a side of Kotlin.
Oh, right.
Which
That's
is,
cool.
yeah, a really cool way to do Android stuff. And it's also kind of a way that you can do front end now with it, and it will transpile, I think is the right word, to JavaScript. As well as there's Kotlin native, which is interesting, and I don't know much about it. And so that's awesome.
Awesome.
And then in addition to that, I'm working on some SQL content right now to help students get a lot of practice in kind of a real world SQL environment. I'm really excited about that too.
That's awesome, man. What is something that the students might not know about you?
I'm really into Ethereum right now.
What's Ethereum?
It is, I guess the easiest way to explain it would be as a kind of Bitcoin's little brother right now.
Okay.
But that's really not doing it justice.
Okay, so explain. Let's back up Bitcoin. I've heard the term. I don't exactly understand what that is.
Yeah, so Bitcoin, what it allows you to do right now is you can basically send Bitcoins and receive Bitcoins to people anywhere in the world, and it's fairly easy to do.
Okay.
And it's being used as a currency.
Okay.
So you can kind of trade value with somebody in, say, China.
Okay.
Just over the internet really easily. And that's nice. But in Ethereum, and this is in Bitcoin too, but it's a lot harder to do. And with Ethereum, you have this concept of smart contracts.
Okay.
And a smart contract, let me just back up another step. Another way you can think of Ethereum is like a global computer. So whereas Bitcoin is global and everybody, so one thing about Bitcoin is that every node in the network has a copy of the entire transaction ledger.
Okay.
So that's, whoever has the node knows that Craig has this many Bitcoins.
Okay.
They can just figure it out. There's like a global state of Bitcoin ownership.
Okay.
And with Ethereum, you can have this global state of, and the tokens are called Ether ownership. But what they can also do is in that global state, you can have contracts. And what a contract is like a little program. So you can have, let's say you're a movie, and you set up a contract. And what the contract does is that any money that comes into this contract, it's just going to spit that out to some predefined addresses. So if you wanted people to take a percentage of gross on the movie, you could set up all the addresses into this contract for all the people and the percentages that they would get of gross, and you would deploy that contract to the network.
Okay.
And then once it's on the network, it can't really be changed or anything. It's there for people to audit. They can look at it. And then when the movie gets its money, you just put all the money into that contract, and it would automatically, by rule of code, go to those people.
Wow. That's,
there's
that's a big mistake if you code that wrong.
Right, yeah, you gotta get it right. It's important.
And everybody can see the contracts.
Yeah.
So there's like no hidden money. Is that the kind of the concept behind it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, but you could still hide it in the same way that you can hide it on Bitcoin, and that you can make 100 accounts. And
okay.
like start trading all between them with VPNs, or you can get really complicated if you like to.
Okay. That's like the offshore banking of.
Yeah, right. Like
Okay.
exactly like that.
Cool. Wow. And this is like such an early adopter thing. It seems like you were always early adopting. I think you're like the first person I know who had VR.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you tell me about your VR experience a bit?
Well, VR, it's just one of those things where it was like, it's coming, you can see it coming, and you just knew that it was going to be really big, so I wanted to be there for it when it landed.
Okay.
And then it took forever to show up because, Oculus had shipping delays. Or maybe you don't know, but they had a bunch of shipping delays, so it took a while to get out there. But yeah, the logic seemed pretty clear there that I wanted to be a part of this.
Right.
Especially for all the people who aren't me, but who are around earlier than me, and just seeing all the cool VR stuff in movies, and like everybody's so excited about VR all the time, and it's here.
Yeah.
Like it's freaking here.
Right. And you
So
you
cool.
actually watch Netflix on your device, right? Is that right?
Yeah.
Like that's where you watch your movies.
Yeah.
Like on a gigantic screen in front of your face.
Right. Yeah.
That's awesome. Do you and you there's like social stuff now, right?
There is. I haven't used it a lot.
Okay.
Because unfortunately, not a lot of people have VR yet.
Okay.
'Cause it's expensive, but.
I was thinking maybe we can make that dream come true because I have a headset here. Did you bring your headset?
I did.
Okay, let's go in together and we can see what the social experience is like and record it.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
Should I be seeing you? I'm like in this room.
I'm over at the table. I'm playing Simon Says.
Next. Grab launcher. Oh, you're at the games table?
I'm at the games table. I don't see anybody else
Click
in
on
here.
the games table.
Oh,
No,
there you
yeah,
are.
you're right. That's weird that you're over there.
Is that you?
Yeah.
You're bald.
So are you. Well, we got to set our avatars or whatever that screen was.
Where's that at?
I don't know. I want to move. I want to be on the other side.
Okay.
Thanks for watching The Treehouse Show. To get in touch with the show, reach out to me on Twitter or hit us up in the Treehouse community. See you next time.